What do you think?
I think we're dead meat. Real dead meat.
You're dead meat!
Go ahead and laugh, you guys. If I ever find a little bastards that did this, they're dead meat.
Welcome to the Dead Meat Podcast, your horror safe haven. I'm Chelsea.
And I'm James, and we're married and we're tired.
We're tired. It's the Halloween season. It's our busy season, and we're very tired.
But to prove it's the Halloween season, we're covering VHS Halloween.
Yeah.
It's the newest VHS movie, number 8.
Is it the 8th
I think it's the 8th one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we're not doing a kill count on it just
yet.
yet.
No, it came out too short of notice. I'm sure they would have worked with us, like sending us a early copy like we did last year with Beyond, but
yes,
we just didn't have the bandwidth this year.
But it'll happen.
Yeah,
I already was
for
thinking
sure.
like, oh, what segments would I want to do?
Oh yeah, there's always the fight over who gets what segments.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I kind of get to take what I want.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, okay, I'll parse out the others.
I'm curious as we talk through these, which ones you kind of have your eye on. I mean,
well, they're so different.
They're very different.
I saw one review say that this was the most tonally consistent VHS, and I was like, I don't think so. Tonally, I think it's all over the place, but not in a bad way. I described it as kind of something for everyone kind of situation. You have a gross one, a funny one, a really dark one that feels kind of more like the first two VHS films in how just relentless it is. You have like a scary one. There's a nice mix here. I think what binds them all together, obviously, is the through line of Halloween, which I do think you start to hit repetitive things.
I think that's
in them.
My two gripes with this are that where it's the similar kind of themes.
Because you hear you're too old to trick or treat a few times.
Yes.
Take one per person.
The taking one piece of candy thing. Right?
And then it's just, almost all of them have to do with like trick or treating and costuming and stuff. That's the conceit of the movie. Minor nitpick. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your other?
It's too long.
It's a little long. It's almost 2 hours.
Too damn long. And that's the thing with every VHS at this point is they're all too long.
Yeah, it's an hour 50, maybe a little bit more than that. And I think like the first full length segment could be cut down a bit. I think there's room to make it shorter. Yeah. But we got essentially 6 short films here. It's gonna be a certain length, so You're not gonna hit 90 minutes with that. So 2 minor gripes, I would say. Overall, I really like this.
Yeah, I
think
like
it's a consistent, good quality VHS film. There weren't any that I hated.
No, I don't think it's up there my favorite VHS.
Yeah, I'm not sure the highs
installments
quite hit the highs of some of the other ones, but
there weren't like super low lows.
Yeah.
I think it was like a totally fine VHS installment.
Yeah, it's definitely good for a watch during the season.
Yeah.
Put on with some horror loving friends. I don't think anyone will be too disappointed. Like I said, a little bit of something for everyone. There's like some gross shit in here. There's some upsetting shit in here.
Yeah, there's some really nasty gore in this one.
Like, it would be hard if you have friends who only like certain kinds of horror movies to get them to watch and enjoy all of these. Because I saw in our subreddit, there was a post asking people how they liked it, and the responses were all over the place. Some people were citing the Spanish one, Ut Supra Sic Infra, by Paco Plaza, who did Rec, as their favorite. Other people said that was their least favorite. Some people loved Fun Size. Some people hated it. Like, it's just really, unless I think we have a pretty good broad enjoyment of all the different kinds of horror movies you can get. So we are able to enjoy this. But if your taste runs a little narrower, you might be turned off by some of these, especially Kid Print. I think is likely to be
Kid Print very divisive
and upsetting, because it is, again, that's the kind of mean-spirited one. That's the one that feels more like the first 2 VHSs, not in like a rapey way, like those 2 could be a little bit.
Yeah,
where there was like a lot of sexual assault on, but it does have to do with kids. And we don't have kids, so I feel like it doesn't hit us as hard. I know Zoran fucking hated Kid Print.
I believe it, yeah. And even being someone who doesn't have kids, I was like, oh my God, this is intense.
And it's not the only one with kids getting killed either.
Yeah.
Fun Size has some nothing too bad. It's just like hinted at. But the last one, House Haunt, is that what it's called?
Home Haunt.
Home Haunt?
Yeah.
That one's got kids getting killed.
Yeah. I guess when the prompt is like Halloween found footage, like
That's a kid's holiday.
The holiday itself, a big tradition is trick-or-treating, which is a very kid-centric tradition. I'd be shocked if we got a whole slew of these movies without a bunch of kids getting killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what's next for them, because I enjoyed this holiday. I would love to see more holiday ones, like a VHS Christmas could be good.
Christmas would be fun.
Christmas horror is always fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder, like, do they keep going the really thematic?
Yeah, because last time was Beyond, which was sci-fi. So they could do genre, they could do holiday. There already is that holidays anthology film. We've never watched it.
Yeah, I thought we watched it.
I don't think we have.
Really?
I don't think we have, because isn't Adam
What
Scott
am I
in one of
thinking
those?
of?
I'm not
swear
sure.
we watched that.
Listen, maybe we did. You know what? I'm going to go to deadmeat.rip
I swear
and
we
see if we
watched
did it
it.
for a commentary track, because something like that maybe. But I think it was one that like
Because there was something with like an Easter bunny that like laid actual eggs.
That sounds familiar now that you mention that.
Yeah.
Wasn't it called Holidays?
Yeah. Isn't that something? That was so
It's
long
not coming
ago.
up. It's not coming up on deadmeat.rip.
There's something.
Which is the best way to check if we've covered a movie in any way.
Yeah. Do you remember that though?
The Easter Bunny thing? Yeah. Because it was like, you know what, dude? I think we watched a single segment from it in anticipation of an interview or something else to do with the person who made that segment.
You know what? I think you're right.
I think that's it. And I think it was the Easter Bunny thing, right? It was like Jesus. Jesus was involved.
Yes.
It was like a scary Jesus.
Yes. That's all. It's all coming back to me. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
this was before this was like pre-COVID.
Yeah?
Doing
it was
this.
apartment?
Yes.
Okay.
This is like when Dead Meat first started. This was a long time ago.
Yeah.
This is all just very vague feeling to me, but I know we watched at least part of that.
And if you want to situate yourself in Dead Meat history, by the time this is out, unless something's gone wrong, the kill count is out. Over an hour-long history, going over all 8.5 years. Gressel, you're mentioned prominently. Lucy, Molly.
I'm mentioned.
You have a little section.
I have a little section?
It's an in-depth history of Dead Meat.
Well, there is the lighthouse to the numbers bit that
I didn't even mention that. You fucking wrote that. See? There's so many things where as I'm filming, I'm like, oh, I forgot to mention the store. Like, yeah, there's so much shit. But let's talk about VHS Halloween.
I guess we'll talk about the wraparound first.
Just all in ones.
I like that the VHS movies have turned into this thing where we're all kind of familiar with the format of it, where we know it's an anthology and we know that there's always a wraparound, but we all just have accepted that the wraparound doesn't need to
prompt the other ones anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't need to have anything to do with the shorts themselves.
Because the first two, the wraparounds involved people finding
the
tapes,
tapes,
putting them in, and then we would watch what they watched.
And I love that they just gave up on that. They're like, we can't keep coming up with ways.
I think the closest it came was the wraparound in, I think, 99 was kind of the wraparound of, it was like the army men fights, and that was kind of the
like the stop motion.
Yeah,
kinda.
and the conceit was kind of that we were watching one tape where these things had been taped over it, and in between was the army men stop motion stuff.
Yes.
But yes, besides that, it's just like, oh, we're just going to keep coming back to this thing just for a little break.
Right.
That's it.
The wraparound for this was like fine.
Wraparounds are always the least, like, there's hardly any good.
It's a tough
wraparounds.
gig to get the wraparound segment for a VHS. I don't envy that job.
Because you're constantly getting your momentum interrupted, and sometimes they'll come back just for like a 2-minute thing. And so, yeah, this one is mostly just to show off some cool kills. I mean, this whole movie has a lot of good kills, as VHSs often do.
Yeah, the premise is it's like lab testing for this new diet flavor.
Diet Phantasma.
Diet Phantasma. It reminded me of, is it Lifeform?
Is that the one that you covered?
That's the one I covered.
Where, oh, fuck.
It's like
the science testing the being that they
it's
find
like
who watches TV.
Yeah, it's like this alien life form that it's like a mimic.
Yes.
Yeah, that watches TV.
I like that one. I think that was my favorite
that
wraparound
I
that we've ever
love
had.
that one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I covered that one. I really liked that. And it's unfortunate because I just was kind of comparing this to that the whole time.
Because they're both kind of science settings. There's like
the
a subject.
The characters reminded me of each other.
Even the head doctor.
Yeah, and it had the same kind of like internal use medical video feel to it. They just felt so similar to me. Mm-hmm. So that I thought was kind of unfortunate.
I think they also take place in the past. Was that one in VHS 85? The one that you did?
I think
maybe
so.
Because this one takes place in 82, they say on the bottom. So it's like dated around the same time, kind of same aesthetic.
Yeah, everyone has the big like Coke bottle glasses kind of thing going on. Yeah,
so they're testing this new soda, Diet Phantasma, with I think they're inmates.
Yeah, they're testing them on
oh no, because they have some kids too, so maybe it's just a bunch of different test subjects.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're in like it's an American company, but they're testing in the UK, and I know I think it's like they're testing on, well, they start testing on inmates because they're all in orange jumpsuits.
Yeah,
I don't know if the kids they're testing on are like juvenile delinquents or something.
They don't seem like it. They seem like nice young children.
I don't know. Maybe they're behaving because they know they're getting a.
I guess Curtis seemed like a nice young boy too.
Yes, exactly. Oh my God, wait, that just reminded me. We needed to pause really quick.
What?
No, that just reminded me. No, don't actually pause the recording.
Oh. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yes. Important update.
Update.
From the last episode.
Yeah.
Okay, if you watched the last episode of the podcast, we were talking about a kid at your school who you said was like the kid who just wore a banana outfit.
Yes.
For every occasion.
The morning that episode came out.
Okay, quick explainer if anyone missed that episode.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we were talking about a banana costume. You know, you wear a banana. And I was like, there was a kid in my school who always wore the banana costume whenever it was like a pep rally or like a Halloween thing, whatever. He was just the banana guy. The morning that episode comes out, I wake up to a text from a high school friend who says, hey, I just watched the latest episode. One, awesome that he watched like a podcast episode, not even about a movie. It's just like our fucking random fuck around Halloween episode. That's great. So he's like, I watched the latest episode. Who were you referring to when you were talking about the banana kid? I was like, dude, it was you. You were the banana guy. And he was like, good. I wanted to make sure that you were talking about me because I was the banana costume guy for a little while. But then this other fucking guy at our school started doing it, and then everyone kept referring to him as the banana costume guy. He stole his bit. I'm not going to say any names here, but that other kid.
You have a Gallagher 2 of bananas?
Yes. And the Gallagher 2 of banana costumes was at January 6th and arrested.
In a banana?
No. Unfortunately, he did not commit to the bit enough to storm the Capitol in a banana suit. But when I Googled this guy's name from my high school, who I remember, the first thing that comes up is all these Detroit news articles about local Novi guy arrested, probably pardoned now if I looked it up, right? Didn't they all get fucking pardoned? But there are multiple pictures of him entering through the windows at the Capitol and he was the fucking banana guy who took.
He made it inside and everything.
Oh yeah, he was inside, dude. There are multiple pictures of him.
I can't believe he's one of the people that like made it indoors and everything.
No, he committed to that.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I wish he was in the banana costume. That would have been the most amazing thing.
Incredible.
But no. So the guy I was referring to did not storm the Capitol.
We just want to make that clear. But I thought that was the funniest update to that story.
Man.
I just like of course the guy who steals the bit like doesn't come up with it but sees someone else doing it and thinks that's funny and I'm gonna do it instead, ends up storming the Capitol. I don't know. That's so funny to me.
Okay. This has been your banana costume guy update.
Important updates. Important podcast lore update.
Oh, should we also mention what we found out about the kid the guy who plays Curtis?
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah.
I thought for a second I thought that's where you're going, and I was like, oh no,
No, but that's also important other Dead Meat lore update. So Curtis from
Bloody Birthday.
very important Dead Meat movie.
Eaten, the only horror survivor contestant to have been killed
To
on
like
the show.
be canonically dead. Like I'm sure
He
we
was
can
eaten by
find a
Audrey,
way
too.
to bring him back. We can like get
Oh yeah, Wishmaster. to bring him back
Dumbala or something.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out. But he's right now dead. That actor who played Curtis as a child apparently he was married and then divorced a woman who appeared on MILF Manor.
Yeah, I watched most of a couple of episodes of MILF Manor because I wanted to see what happened to little Curtis.
Because on MILF Manor, what they did one season was to cause extra drama. They brought on a bunch of ex-husbands of the MILFs.
So Curtis shows up.
He's on
while-
MILF Manor.
While his ex, who is a MILF, is on a date with like some 19-year-old
child,
boy.
pretty much.
And here comes Curtis, who's now like 50, and he's just big time in this fucking teenage boy, dude. He's like sitting there with his ex-wife, and he's like snuggling her and flirting with her, completely ignoring this kid as the kid tries to talk to him. Fucking Curtis was big time.
We need to get him on the podcast. I bet he would. I bet he would come on the podcast.
Oh my God. Just talk to him about Bloody Birthday.
Like, does he even remember? He'd
He
be like,
might
what
not
are you
even fucking
talking
remember,
about?
dude. He seems like he's lived a lifestyle.
He'd be like, what? Oh, fuck, that movie I did when I was like 10? I haven't thought about that.
There was like a junkyard and something. I don't know.
We'll
Okay.
see. We'll make it happen.
Sorry, those have been your Dead Meat lore updates.
Dead Meat lore updates. Very important. Okay, so that's the kind of wraparound. Any other thoughts on the effects in this one are crazy. I mean, this one kind of works, I think, as an effects showcase more than anything.
Yeah, because there's no like escalation. Because every time we come back to it, the guy's like, we need to keep testing it and getting it out in time for Halloween.
Yeah.
And but these subjects keep dying when they drink it, with like their tongues are getting ripped out.
Yeah,
or,
they
like,
just
vines.
die in different ways. My favorite one, and this actually I thought was so disgusting, and the effect was so... This might have been my favorite gore in the entire movie, honestly, out of like everything. And there's a lot of amazing gore in this movie. There's a guy who drinks this soda, this diet soda, and he kind of like bloats up.
Oh yeah.
And the other woman in the room with him goes to try to help him, and he's all like puffy and bloated, and he's screaming, and she grabs his hands, and his skin just like peels
Sloughs
off. It's
off,
like
yeah.
sloughs off. It's like an overripe grape or something, you know, or like a peach. You know how the skin just like slides off. It was
good.
so gross.
I do like
And-
the vines that come out of the can, attach them to a guy's face, and then like his face gets put in the can.
Yeah.
That was good too.
Yeah, just really good set pieces of gore.
But yeah, every time it comes back, it's just more.
It's more of that.
More of that, and the guy being like, "Oh, but we have to get it ready for Halloween."
Yeah.
So, it's fine. Turns out the ghosts or the soda has ghosts in it, poltergeists.
Yes. And that's what they're kind of vacuuming out of the room every time someone dies.
Yeah, they're like
in
vacuuming
testing.
the ghosts out of there.
Yes, and I like the fake commercial at the end.
Yeah, because eventually they find the formula that doesn't kill the person; it just leaves them possessed.
Yeah.
because like a little kid drinks
Yeah,
it
it's
and likes
kind of
it.
Halloween 3.
Yeah,
ish.
so
I don't know.
The movie ends with the commercial for it, where they're like, "Made with real poltergeists."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fine. It's not like a bad wraparound.
No,
I'm not
it's cute.
pissed
It
when we get back to
functions
it.
as a good wraparound. It's kind of
It's like here's a break, here's a kill. All right, on to the next one.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a good palate cleanser.
First short was Coochie Coochie Coo.
Coochie Coochie Coo.
Might be my least favorite, but I didn't hate it.
No, like again, it's hard because these are all like totally. I liked all of them.
This is the gross one. If you're
this-
following along.
I think I'm also going to declare this one as least favorite, and that is because I am very disgusted by milk in general. I don't drink milk. I have always had kind of an aversion to milk.
This one's got a lot of milk.
This one, there's just milk everywhere, and I gagged a couple times.
There's someone being
watching this one.
force-fed milk and like gagging while they are.
Yeah.
It's like a mask affixed to their face,
I'm like
and milk being pumped into their
No.
face as they're gagging out milk.
Yeah.
There's a the mommy is the monster in this one. She has like 6
Mm-hmm. got
saggy
teats.
teats that are constantly leaking milk.
Yeah.
There's milk footprints. There's milk.
I just can
everywhere.
imagine this, guys. I've
They're
hosted
talking
this
about the smell of
podcast
sour
for
milk.
how many years, and you've heard me host this podcast. We've talked about so much gross shit. I'm like just talking about like milk and just imagining how bad it all must have smelled. I'm like, I can't.
There's also poop in this one.
Yeah, it's
There's a diaper changing room. Is it grosser than Ozzy's dungeon?
oh man. Like for some reason, Ozzy's Dungeon disgusts me less than this. I don't know why.
All right, chat. Up to you. Let us know what you think
Which
is
one's grosser?
Ozzy's Dungeon or Coochie Coochie Coo.
Is this grosser than Flylo's movie that, oh my god, why am I blanking on what it was called?
Kuso?
Kuzo, thank you. I don't know. Kuzo, I couldn't finish. I'm
I
sorry.
never even started it.
It's disgusting. I could not finish it. It's just so nasty. Yeah, that movie's gross. It's like beautifully made, but it's so disgusting. I was like, I can't do it. And I have a pretty high tolerance for gross. And I was like, nope, I'm good. Love Flying Lotus, but I'm tapping out. Can't do it. The premise of this one is kind of fun. I like the lore of this creature, the mommy.
Who will attack you if you're
too old
to go trick-or-treating. And so these are 2 high school seniors. And they mention one says that they're going to be Yale class of 2009. So I think that would make this Halloween 2005. If I do my math right there.
Yes. And this didn't feel 2000s to me. I don't know. I guess
It didn't really feel anything.
Didn't like minor gray. Didn't need to. I don't know why it needed to be set.
Just get rid of phones.
Yeah,
you know?
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you don't have to do
And just
service.
Not live here.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
And I guess then you have a reason for the footage itself to feel a bit more
Yeah.
lo-fi.
Yeah, lo-fi.
Yeah.
Because they're recording them going around. They're dressed as a baby. In a
Yeah,
little baby
they're
costume.
I think, are they both dressed as babies?
I think so, yeah.
like the baby masks.
They're made to be unlikable because we literally see them stealing candy from a kid.
Yes, they steal like
Like, out of
candy
his
from an
hands.
actual trick or treater.
They also do the take one.
Yeah,
they take the whole plate.
They take a whole plate instead of just taking one.
And there's they run to a trio of little boys who say, "You're too old. Mommy's gonna get you." And sure enough, they wind up at a house that seemingly appears out of nowhere. When they go inside, they get trapped in there.
It sounds like the mommy's local lore.
Yeah,
because they it seems like they know what they're talking about. These kids. It's
yeah.
like the mommy's gonna
they're like,
get
"Mommy's
you.
not real." Like they've heard it before.
Yeah, it sounds like this is some local thing, which I kind of like that flavor. That this is something that the kids that live around here scare each other with.
And they also had a friend from high school who went missing the previous year.
Yeah.
Who they end up running into in the house, along with a big old baby boy.
Yes, there's a few people in this house.
And they all have these like big cheeks.
I like this. I like this makeup. This look is very upsetting. So yeah, when they get into this house, because it's the last house of the night that they just assume they've got to have the king size candy bars, right? Which, fair assumption. It's got a very nice lawn.
Well, it's because
nice
there's like
decorations.
pulsating electricity and the lights from inside. And they're like, I bet that's good candy. I'm like, okay.
I don't know. The lights, it seemed...
I guess it could be a haunt. That's what they think it is.
Did,
when
yes.
get
They
in there,
think
yeah.
at first that it's like a home haunt. It almost like the Radio Silence.
one? Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's very much like... I know. All of these, in some ways, made me think of the Radio Silence short from the first movie because that was literally a Halloween one. It was kind of the forebearer of all of these.
Right. So this is kind of almost a throwback to that, where it's just a home haunt. And that for a while, that's their excuse for anything weird that's going on. So they go inside this house and there's creepy pictures all over the wall. And of course, that's where we run into the thing that unfortunately, that's what everyone's talking about with this short. And it sucks that there's this whole short and this is the one thing that is just the magnet for everyone's attention. And it is the fact that this picture that is in the living room is probably AI. I don't even know where to start with this because this whole thing sucks.
We have been told.
Yes, our little birds, if we want to get Game of Thrones about it.
Oh, throwback.
If we want to be super Varys about it, just because we are plugged into the, horror community and horror creators and people talk. From what we know and what we've heard is it genuinely was an oversight during production. And again, this is just what we've heard.
Yeah,
this
at
is
least
like hearsay.
The director did not know.
Yes.
The director being
Anna Zlakovic.
Yes.
Zlakovic?
Yeah.
It sounds like what may have happened. And I can believe this happened because this has happened to us.
It just happened to us.
It just happened to
With
us.
Zoran's Happy Hills homicide episode, people clocked it during his fake ad. There's like a burger joint, and people were like, that burger on that sign looks AI. And that was because on our team, someone looked up clip art for a burger, and I think they had a filter on that said, don't use AI. So they assumed that it would be good. Anything they found would not be AI, but they grabbed it. We were on crunch to we're not going to look at every picture to double check that the thing we're already checking for is in fact
you
right.
have a filter on, you assume, okay.
And then we post it and people are like, that lettuce isn't right. And we're like,
Yes.
fuck, you're right. So apologies for that. But this sounds like a similar thing happened
It sounds like
here.
a similar thing happened where a picture was needed on set of like a woman, long hair, like this kind of look was needed, and multiple people looked at it. It didn't seem off to anyone.
They wound up in there. I don't know if all I know is that apparently the director didn't know and wouldn't have wanted to use it. We haven't heard direct from these people, or I don't know if anyone else further down the line would have known about it or anything. I don't know.
Yeah, but from what we understand, this was not made specifically for the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what we know. I don't want to speak officially on behalf of anyone.
That's just what we've heard.
Just what we've heard.
So I'm not about to attack or blame at least the director.
And this is what frustrates me so much is that you can go into a production like this and when you look at this and everything else in the short is clearly super bespoke and there's tons of practical effects and everything feels super handmade, and you just have this one thing that, again, I think maybe was from a stock library, because that's happened to me before. I was working on something. It was the yellow wallpaper episode I did. And I went fucking insane appropriately for the short story that I was reading for that. I went insane looking through Adobe's stock library because half the shit in there was AI.
Yeah.
I would grab an image where the thumbnail looked okay at first, and then I would download it and look at it full size and realize, oh wait, this window or whatever makes no fucking sense.
They're so fucking stupid.
And so what happens is you can have, a filmmaker try their damnedest to make something and not use AI in it, and use something like a stock footage library and end up using AI in accident anyway. And then the entire conversation about this thing they made just becomes about that. And that sucks. And that's another reason why this shit sucks. And it pisses me off. It breaks my heart that that's what the conversation has become about regarding this short. And I really feel for them.
Yeah. that blows.
Yeah.
I'm just sick of every fucking program I open is like, try our new AI features. And like some of them aren't even like AI. They're just saying AI in front of like
It's to increase shareholder value, James.
I know.
Everything has got to be AI.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So
that's
back in 2005, before all this bullshit.
Yeah, so that's our stance on that. That's what we've heard through the grapevine. Again, we're not speaking officially here, but I think this all sucks and is really unfortunate. And if you're being a dick to these people, fucking stop. God
Yeah.
damn it. Like, get a grip.
Yeah.
It really sucks.
They have this big baby boy run around. I love when he's gnawing on the wall.
Yes.
He's like gumming the wall.
And yes, I love the makeup that these like adult babies have that are in here. These big chubby cheeks. They look
Giant
like
cheeks.
Cabbage Patch dolls.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Or
this is
do
done.
the Trash Pail Kids.
Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah, do they have those too?
They're similar. I think they're because Garbage Pail Kids are
I'm trying
a
to
parody
think of what I'm
of.
thinking of. Was it like, doesn't David Lynch have a character with big old cheeks?
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
the lady in the radiator.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's kind of what I was thinking.
The big cheeks, and they all have this kind of this like white eyeliner on their waterline to make their eyes look all big. It's so creepy. I like it.
Yeah, this one, they're running around the house, like run into a room, see something creepy, run out of there.
Yeah,
Can't get out. The house changes so that they can't escape.
That also was a minor gripe I had with VHS Halloween as a whole, which is the like each segment on its own fine, but put together a lot of these segments turned into running through series of scary rooms.
Between this, Fun Size, and Home Haunt, yeah, they have that similar kind of
so
structure.
it started to feel a bit repetitive, which is unfortunate because again, on their own, all of those things were cool, but it just started to feel like the same beats over and over and over again.
Yeah. They learn through clues, context clues, that the mommy character was a woman who was, she like hanged herself while pregnant because I think she was raped.
I think so, yeah.
then
Through context clues. It's
to
very
avoid
dark.
it's very dark to avoid having the child because
Yeah,
like
because there's like little fetuses and stuff.
that's the other
everywhere.
thing. She's like throwing out fetuses at them that are then on the ground like writhing around.
Yeah.
It's real gross. And again, something where if you have a child, maybe that's a little more disturbing to you. I'm not saying it's pleasant to watch
Yeah,
from our end, but
a
like,
lot.
it just might be more visceral or emotionally resonant for you if you do have a child. Yeah, because it was like Hangman was on the wall, and then something that said "I died to be free" from her. So
I laugh because a little bit earlier, one of the girls is just like, damn, she's got a budget. Before they realize, like, no, this is just actually a haunted house.
yeah, some good scares. I love the creeping around corners type
Yes.
thing. That's always fun, especially when they're high up. I think the mommy's doing that. The mommy eventually like is able to put them to sleep with lullabies, very on brand, and give them milk, feed them milk.
Yeah.
Yum yum.
Yeah.
The one person they find with the milk mask, just like the noises being made there are so gross.
That was
It's
when
just
I
like,
started feeling very nauseous.
yeah,
No,
and
thank-
milk's just
no,
spewing
thank
from the
you.
sides of the mouth. Oh, the retching noises, very bad.
No, thank you.
Yeah, she gets them in the end.
Yeah.
It's a VHS movie.
It's yeah.
You're never going home happy in a VHS segment, dude.
No. Yeah, it's a welcome babies, Lacey and
Yep.
Kaylee. And they fall asleep. They all fall asleep kind of in a big pile with the mommy in the basement as she sings them to sleep.
Yeah.
And that's it. I like that we also have agreed as a VHS watching audience that we all kind of don't care how the cameras get found.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That doesn't matter, whatever.
doesn't matter anymore.
And at this point, the whole like, why are they still recording? You know, whatever.
Yeah. that is addressed in a very funny way in one of these segments coming up. On October 31st, Focus Features invites you to experience Begonia, the most delightfully deranged thrill ride of the year. When a high-powered CEO is kidnapped, it's not for ransom, it's not for revenge, it's for the fate of the planet. Two conspiracy theorists stop at nothing to prove she's an alien bent on Earth's destruction. Who's insane, who's lying, and who's really in control? From director Yorgos Lanthimos, the director of Poor Things and The Favorite, and starring Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons, Begonia, rated R under 17, not permitted without parent. In select theaters October 24th, in theaters everywhere October 31st.
I'm a high-profile female corporate executive. Think of it like you abducted the governor.
That was really good. My pulse is racing right now. I researched, I observed, and discovered you.
You know this is crazy, right?
You're killing our planet.
Alien fellas.
I respectfully disagree.
On which part?
Primarily, I'm not an alien.
Begonia, rated R. In select theaters October 24th. In theaters everywhere October 31st.
This week's episode is sponsored by Rocket Money. Most of us know we should take control of our finances, but it's hard to know where to start. Rocket Money gives you the clarity and confidence to take that first step, helping you cut wasteful spending and take meaningful action towards your financial goals. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. If you've got a goal you'd like to save for, Rocket Money can analyze your accounts to find the best time each month to put extra money aside. Their dashboard lays out your total financial picture, including bill due dates and paydays, in a way that's easy to digest. You can even automatically create custom budgets based on your past spending. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you. The app automatically scans your bills to find opportunities to save and goes to work to get you better deals. They'll even talk to customer service so you don't have to. That's my favorite part, them talking to customer service, so I don't have to. I hate doing it. I hate even talking on the phone. It's miserable. Rocket Money has saved users over $2.5 billion, including over $880 million in canceled subscriptions alone. Their 10 million members save up to $740 a year when they use all the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/deadmeat today. That's rocketmoney.com/deadmeat. rocketmoney.com/deadmeat.
So the second full-length segment, Ut Supra Sic Infra, that's by Paco Plaza, who did Wreck.
Yes.
Which is, I still think, one of the scariest movies of all time, one of the best found footage movies of all time. Spanish film, remade as Quarantine in the US, completely needlessly. Had a few sequels, not bad sequels.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing quite captures the feel of the original, but god damn is that first one just one of the best horror movies ever made.
Yes, I adore Wreck. Wreck is so good. Wreck is a movie that's one of the first, like when I was in high school and starting to really dip my toes into watching horror movies, that was one I saw that I had to sleep with the light on.
In college, I had a double, I watched Wreck and The Descent back to back.
Dude, yeah, I watched those the same year.
Yeah,
like
very
around
scary.
the exact same time, yeah.
Very good.
Oh, yeah.
So this one I feel is feels the most polished.
I love this
feels the
one.
most like professional, not to knock any of the other ones that they are doing what they're doing and are good at it. But this one feels just really well made and scary. It's doesn't really have a humor element to it like most of the other ones do. It's just there to scare you and have some really cool camera stuff, and it does it well.
Yeah, this one feels very grown up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though the subject is another group of kids who on Halloween night go to an abandoned, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's like a
mansion of some sort.
Yeah.
But they go there and
well, it takes place. This is all kind of flashbacks.
Yes.
Where we see these crime scene photos, and it's like these dead teens maybe
in costumes,
maybe
missing their eyes.
Yeah, they all have their eyes gouged out, and there's this other kid being interrogated.
Enrique.
The cops are all saying, look, you're claiming you killed them and you did this yourself, but that's impossible. Like, their bones were all crushed. There's no way just you could have done this. But he's insisting that he's guilty. And so then he starts telling them what happened that night. And he's saying that him and his friends all went out on Halloween. Their friend Vicky worked as a waitress. I think it was like a catering thing.
Something, yeah.
And there was like this venue that she did an event at, and she learned there's this entrance, like a tunnel that she found that she's able to get in. It looks like an old, I don't know, it's just like one of those buildings that exists in Europe that just does not exist here. It looks like
almost seems like a monastery or something.
It does. It has kind of like a monastery feel to it.
But what's cool is that they're talking. The cops are talking to this kid, and they're like, "Well, we have your phone footage, but it stops at a certain point. So what we're gonna do is take you back there, and we're gonna reenact the night. And while they're doing that, they're filming that, and so it keeps cutting back and forth between the footage that the cops are filming with the guy, and it's like a bunch of cops and investigators and psychologists around, and then it'll cut back to the kids on their phones recording each other that night. And I just love the back and forth of it. It's such a good structure for this, especially the way they transition back and forth.
The editing in this one is really fantastic.
So good. My favorite is when they're talking to the kid in present day, and they're like, okay, you were standing there. Where was Vicky standing? And the shots of him, and he points, and he's like, she was there. The camera pans over, and while it pans, cuts to the phone footage of panning over to Vicky standing where she was. And like, mwah, mwah. It's so simple, but so good.
This is one you can tell had a really strong pre-production and storyboard process done before they shot it, because it's just so clean.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. So they...
and I think it's him who's dressed as bald firefighter.
I love
as a
bald.
reference to Wreck.
Oh,
the bald firefighter in Wreck.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I did like it as a random, because she's making fun of him because she's like, we're all dressed as something scary, but I want his bald firefighter.
Yes, it's a firefighter's jacket and a bald cap.
So they sneak into this house, this mansion
that belonged to an Italian medium.
Yes, Roberta Marconi, who lived in this house. Mm-hmm. And they go to this upstairs room, this like secret room that looks like the room, if you've been to Disneyland, it looks like the room where you the like octagon shaped room, the stretching room, the portrait
in the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, it looks like that. Mm-hmm. But with no paintings or anything. So they all go in there.
But there is a phone, a black phone.
In the phone footage, when the kids go in there's just a black telephone on a table in the middle of the room, and that's it. And Vicky, the girl who took them all there's freaking out because that wasn't there before, and she's like, no, like, I didn't put this here, the thing's creepy. Mm-hmm. Don't mess with it, like, I'm actually weirded out, this shouldn't be here, because like, as far as I know, no one's been here.
But then they find writing on the wall that says ut supra sic infra.
Yeah.
And Enrique says it 3 times, and that translates to as above, so below.
Yep.
And because they're looking at that and these like hieroglyphics on the wall, and they're like upside down. Mm-hmm. So it's some upside down stuff, but he says that phrase 3 times, and then the phone starts ringing. And of course, this dumbass teen is like, well, I gotta answer it, see who's there.
Because they all think she's messing with them. So of course they pick up the phone.
Enrique does, and then he starts convulsing.
Yes.
And freaking out. And then the phone footage cuts out. And
that's where the phone footage ends.
Yes. We don't see what happens. So the cops are all like, okay, we gotta like keep reenacting this to see. So here, can you read this just like you did? And he's like, do I have to? And they're like, yeah, do it. So he reads it 3 times, and the phone rings again.
Yeah, and so that's when they all kind of freak out because the phone's not hooked up to anything.
Yeah, they're like, we've had people in here. There's nothing. This shouldn't work.
And the lady detective picks up the phone, and this is one I can imagine where if you're watching it, in a theater with people, everyone just yelling, no. So she picks it up.
Chelsea was literally just shaking her head as the woman went to answer. It was so funny.
She picks it up. The phone starts floating. Oh, and then to backtrack a little bit, when they're interrogating him earlier, in these crime scene pictures, all his friends' eyes have been gouged out, and they're like, one of the details is we have no idea where his friend's eyeballs went.
We didn't find the eyes.
We didn't find his friend's eyes.
So after she answers the phone, Enrique starts convulsing again, and then he starts spitting up eyeballs,
He's puking up eyeballs.
It's like a fucking magician's gag with eyeballs.
Awesome. It's great.
Really gross.
Yes, and they all start floating, and all the cops float up to the ceiling.
Yeah,
and
like
so
it's fucking
does,
fizzy lifting drinks.
Yep, and so does the camera they're filming with.
Uh-huh.
And then
it lands on the ceiling. They're all like attached to it. But before it goes up, you see Enrique, he hasn't floated up. He leaves a door, and then when the camera's on the ceiling, he walks in another door, and he's like
walking on the ceiling.
Walking on the ceiling, like as above, so
as
below.
Above, so below.
Like that's the floor for him, and everyone else is stuck. And he just starts going around to everyone,
picking all their eyes out.
Yeah.
And eating them.
Yeah. And then he does it to the woman who's like right in front of the camera, and then he disappears, and then the camera falls, and then all their bodies fall and hit the ground. It's fucking awesome.
It's so good. And then that's the end.
That's that
and
one.
you hear the dial tone, like the phone like cut off.
Yeah. That one
so good. I love that one. I have two favorites in VHS Halloween. This is one of my two faves.
What's the other one?
The very last one.
Oh, okay. Home Hunt. Nice.
Yeah. But I adore this one.
Yeah, this one like tonally reminds me of the best one. The best one ever. I know you weren't as hot on it as everyone else. The cult one. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Just as like how it's there to scare you. It's there to be like a well constructed horror setting where things get scarier and scarier as it goes on. And like with good payoff to all the little breadcrumbs left throughout it.
I just really like this one. I think it's really like it's a tight script. I just think it's really neat. There, I don't know. There's just little details in it that it all just feels very well put together and very thoughtful.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
The next one is Fun Size, which is a fun one.
Yes.
It's probably the most comical one that we got here.
Yes.
And it's 4 people going out trick-or-treating. They're too old for it, but whatever.
It's Casper Kelly as well.
Yes, this was made by Casper Kelly, who did Too Many Cooks.
Too Many Cooks.
And Yule Log.
I was really looking forward to this one. And it's so funny because there is a character in this one.
I think his name is Fun Size.
Oh,
the mascot,
his name's Fun Size. I kept seeing pictures of this character all over Twitter and didn't realize it was from this. I just kept assuming it was people screen grabbing some new thing that had been added to Fortnite.
He looks like a Fortnite character. Absolutely.
He looks like a Fortnite character.
He's all red. He has a big round red head.
And like kind of googly eyes.
Googly
and
eyes.
like a little sausagey looking mouth.
It's great.
Yeah.
I love Fun Size. He's a lot of fun. These people are going around. 2 of them are dressed. Their costume
This is what I love. This is the why do they always keep filming in found footage movies? And this is so funny. The meta of the 2 of these adults in this group of 4. It's a couple who just got engaged. Their Halloween costume is they are characters in a found footage horror movie.
They're the camera ops.
They're the cam ops in a found footage horror movie.
They have cameras everywhere.
So they have GoPros and stuff strapped all over them. It's cute. I like it.
They are leaving a party, an adult party, where they're sad that there wasn't candy, so they're going to find
I agree.
candy.
That's bullshit.
We have candy at ours.
I know we always have candy at our Halloween party.
One of the runners here is that the engaged couple, like the woman doesn't want to be engaged, but she hasn't told him about yet.
Yes.
And he's like, "Are you ready to be my trad wife and let me take care of you?"
Yeah.
So they make it easy for you to be like, "Oh yeah, no wonder she doesn't want to be with that guy."
Right.
But they are going around. They go to a bowl that says take 1 per person, but the candy in it is stuff that they've never heard of, and I love this.
I love this too.
Fligs and Splips, and Anns, Larry Tons. Just like
I'm glad you wrote these down. I didn't.
I wrote a few of them, but there's so many more, and they all have like fun, familiar looking designs, but like they're just off enough.
It's kind of like we just shot something where we couldn't use branded snacks, and we used a bunch of candy and stuff from a prop rental house, and it reminded me a lot of that.
Yeah.
I saw some people thinking these wrappers were AI. No.
Oh no, I think this was a good production.
This was.
design.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
this is just like good production design where
Yeah.
it's just off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them looks like a dick.
Yeah,
and so it
with
looks like a chocolate dick.
The chocolate dick.
So like the guy is like, and then he bites into it, and it's got a creamy center, and it's just like dripping all over. It's disgusting. It's a white creamy center. Oh.
Yeah. And of course the bowl's got a sign that just says take one. Here's the thing with this weird candy though. And like I'm such a, I'm a little goody two shoes. I'm such a if it says take one, I'm just gonna take one. But if there's weird ass candy like this, I'm gonna be taking one of each. I want one of each weird ass wrapper.
That's what I thought it meant.
That's what I'm saying is I'd be dead in this segment.
Yeah, because he takes more than one and then gets pulled into the bowl. Love this effect.
Yes, and this is great because the hand reaching out from a bowl is such a classic Halloween kind of prank.
Yeah.
Because a hand reaches out and grabs him and oh, haha, but then the camera looks and the table, there's nothing under it. There wouldn't be anywhere for someone to be.
And then, he gets pulled down like straight, body upright. The guy trying to pull him gets pulled in with them. And then the two women run away. And then they look back and the bowl flies at their face.
Yeah, kind of like the Yule log.
Yes, yeah. Very
Yeah.
much like that.
Yeah.
So they wake up in what looks like a fucking back rooms.
Yeah, they're just
facility.
in a big factory.
Uh-huh. And this is them running around trying to figure out where they are, and they keep running into Fun Size, the little mascot guy. He even has like a little guy with him sometimes.
Yeah.
Who runs around. Love that guy.
Yeah, I couldn't tell is his head kind of like a chocolate bar? It's like a square.
The smaller guy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was definitely like a Crunch Bar looking dude.
Yeah, or like a cosmic brownie kind of,
But I think Fun Size, he seems more like he's got like a gumball theme going on. There's a lot of those. Because at one point they like find a door, but it has a lock on it, and then one of the guys finds a key that they hope will fit in there, but then he gets captured by Fun Size, and then he's on a conveyor belt in his underwear going into it's like a saw trap. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, how do we get him out of here? But they can't figure out a way to before he is pulled into a thing where they can watch on screens him getting chopped up, and then his body parts start coming out covered in chocolate, and it's like a hand and then like a dick. His dick comes out. They're like, oh, they even got his balls. And then there's Fun Size like standing there in the doorway, and the other guy grabs an axe and cuts off his hand, and Fun Size is just like, oh no, and then gumballs just start spewing out of his arm, and then his hand grows back. I thought that was funny.
It's fun. Like, I think my only real problem with this segment is a lot of the stuff going on feels like it's a lot of this is the problem with found footage that can happen is it's a lot of the characters kind of pointing at stuff and reacting to it.
Yeah.
Especially with the conveyor belt part where it just feels like it all takes so long for things to happen.
I do like when the guy's girlfriend is like, I'm just gonna get on the conveyor
That
belt.
did make
I'm
me
done with
laugh.
this.
She's like, I just want to go on the conveyor belt. She's got like such a death wish. It's so funny.
She ends up getting like a hose put up her butt.
I couldn't tell if it was like supposed to be up her butt or like if it was
in the back
up
of
her back. Yeah.
But then her face gets blown off by gumballs, and then somehow she just walks over and gets on the conveyor
yeah,
belt.
she ends up on there anyway. She just is drawn to it. It's like a call of the void kind of thing.
I love Fun Size. I love his voice. I love his mocking, high-pitched voice.
Yeah.
And his little guy run around. He trips her with a bunch of gumballs. That's how they get her.
Yes.
It's like a very cartoonish thing.
Yeah.
Comes down to the engaged couple who find they get the key, and then they open the door, but it's just a brick wall. Just another thing where it's like
yeah, with
fucking
the
you.
signs, like
One per person.
One per person.
I wonder if they ever thought of naming this one per person because it comes up so much and
Oh.
it's shown, but they call it fun size. Oh, look who's here. I thought the
Hi,
cat
trick
would
or
maybe join us.
treat.
But we got a little trick-or-treater in the form of Molly.
Trick-or-treat.
She's here. Hi, honey.
I also wish this factory felt more festive.
Yeah, it's very blank. It's very empty.
Yeah.
Just the conveyor belt and some lights. It almost looks like that parking garage from Saw
yeah. Yeah.
that Gordon gets kidnapped in.
Yeah. Could be a budget thing. Who
Yeah.
knows?
They end up finding a vent that they think they can escape out of, and they start crawling through it. And then
I died laughing that the vent also was just a conveyor belt.
yeah, just-
Everything's conveyor belts.
So the guy is like, well, I guess we're going to die, so we should just get married here. So do you take me to be your lawfully wife? And she's like, no. He's like, what?
Damn, dude. Like, he's about to die. You know he's about to die.
Yeah.
Oh.
He also gets turned into Candy. And then she escapes. She finds a way out, gets outside, and then Fun Size is there and gets her. Because it's the VHS. You don't have a happy ending.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's like a little coda to this one where a mom and her 2 kids find that candy bowl, and then the kid is like, oh, I took 2, and then the bowl flies
Yeah,
out of her face.
because the mom or the kid, I think, unwraps a piece of candy and it's like, ew, there's something metal in here. And
Oh, it's a
the
finger
ring.
with the ring on
The
it.
finger
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
with the ring, yeah. Yep, and the bull gets him.
I like Fun Size.
Yeah.
A lot. I like his look. I like his
Yeah.
attitude.
I mean, I appreciate Casper Kelly in general. That kind of Casper Kelly always has so much goodwill from me for Too Many Cooks.
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't for Too Many Cooks, I would not have Katie Atkins in my life, who's just like one of my dearest friends, which is like so weird to think about
Yeah.
now. But I just like his kind of vibe, that kind of Adult Swim silliness. So I liked it.
Kid Prince next. That's the mean one.
Oh, Kid Print. Yes. The concept of this, the making a video. So this is set in 92, I
Yes,
think.
it's Halloween Day at 1992, and we're seeing a bunch of kids in like a department store or like a little small photography store. Basically, they're in front of a height marker, kind of like a mugshot,
Yeah.
and they're saying their name, where they live,
What they're
they're
going to
into.
be for Halloween.
And it's all these videos of kids, and it turns out these parents are paying for this, so in case they get kidnapped, this video will help the police find them.
Yeah, it's like what these kids looked like on Halloween night.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
Kid Prince. And the guy running it is like, I'm doing a service for my community because apparently these kids keep going missing. There's been like a bunch of them, like 8 of them. They said on the radio, they mentioned the body of a 14-year-old found, and it was the 8th victim. And so you're wondering if this was a real thing ever?
Was this a real service offered during Stranger Danger?
Maybe.
Kid
I wouldn't
Prince?
be surprised if at least one locale did, and maybe this filmmaker.
I was going to say, this feels like something very specific that inspired this.
Yeah, I
'Cause
think it's a great idea.
It
a
is.
great premise.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if this was a real thing because people were absolutely insanely paranoid during the like 80s and 90s Stranger Danger, Satanic Panic, that kind of yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if this was real.
So we're watching this and we're like, this guy is the killer, obviously. The guy running it. Kaplan Electronics is the store. He's Tim Kaplan. He's just, a little weird. He's a little bit of a weird guy.
Kid Prints were real.
Kid Prints were real?
In the early 90s, there was a service called Kid Print where parents could take their children and a video cassette to a Blockbuster and get a video recording of their children done for free. Okay, I was gonna say this. This is a product of John Walsh and his foundation. That makes sense. Adam Walsh was a very famous like child murder around that exact same like era. That case is really, really sad. But his dad, John Walsh, was like still is like a really active like advocate for like children's like victims' rights, and he's always on like TV, kind of active in like the true crime circuit, but he was like a big figure in the kind of stranger danger movement. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So yeah, real thing, makes sense. In this case, we're like, this guy is definitely the one killing him.
Right.
We see him driving home to his girls who look like they're, I don't know, 8 or 10.
Yeah, and he's constantly filming.
He's like, if I'm filming, no one's gonna try anything. This makes you feel safer, right, kids? I'm the hero of this town. And even the wife's just like, yeah, okay, whatever. The town has decided to, instead of allow kids to go trick-or-treating, they're just gonna have a thing in the town square where the cops give a piece
are
of
handing
candy
out
to people.
candy. I do love the set deck of this one.
Yes.
Specifically.
In his store, he's got decorations and they look early 90s.
This one made me feel so nostalgic because all the decor in this one was like, this is how I remember Halloween looking when I was a kid. We had some of these Halloween decorations.
Pumpkin cutouts, the ghost.
Yes. I loved it.
Yeah.
I felt like so much effort was put into that.
While he's there, one of the cops is like, hey, some high schoolers did go out trick-or-treating and one of them is missing now. Could you go get her kid print from the store? We're like, all right, we're going to see what this fucker's up to. He goes to the store and he goes inside and he hears noises and he goes in the back, and on the monitors in the back are a bunch of tapes of kids begging and being tortured.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but then the way he's reacting, it's like, oh, wait, it's not him.
It's not him.
It's so... Who is it? His employees? Like,
earlier,
what's up?
he had gone to the back of the store while still recording, and he introduced his employees, and there was a guy in the back, Bruce, who was there, the tape guy, very much in the back. Turns out Bruce is the guy who's fucking kidnapping these kids, using the tapes where they say where they live to get them. And
dude, he's filming himself like flaying these kids alive.
He is chopping them up. He is,
and
taking
what's
chunks
nuts
out
is
of them.
like the actual gore is like, I think it's older actors. You've got like older teen actors who are the ones where we're getting like the gore effects and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's very disturbingly intercut and very well intercut. You're getting that kind of Kuleshov thing almost. Not quite, because it's not like neutral expressions of children, but we're getting clips of kids,
like
young kids who, I mean, maybe like even like 5-6 years old, who are also like screaming,
and crying. Yeah.
And it's him talking to them, being like, oh, like we can be friends now, kind of thing.
his demeanor is really,
it's so
disturbing,
fucking creepy.
He has a very friendly voice and is like, we'll be friends. Like, come back with me. We'll hang out together at this place. It'll be a really cool time. And then he keeps that up while he's like torturing them. There's not like this break where he becomes scary guy. He still keeps this jovial voice going the whole time, and it's fucked up. This is the one where there's no levity. It all feels very realistic. Especially from this time when there was that fear about kids being kidnapped and killed, and he's doing it. So Tim stumbles in on him, like on Bruce, making a tape with the high school senior that he had just kidnapped. He's like, oh, Tim decided to come in on the weekend with me, huh? And he attacks Tim, and he has skinned another kid's face off.
Yeah.
And he puts that face on Tim. And so when that kid and the girl who's been kidnapped come to and like find Tim, they're like,
that's the sick fuck.
This guy he works here. He's in it with them. And this was really upsetting. There's just this long shot of the girl stabbing Tim and the guy hitting him in the head with a hammer as they're like, this is a bad guy.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking so like innocent Tim, who we all thought was doing it, is just getting murdered by these kids. And then they get up and leave, and then you hear Bruce find them and kill them off screen. And then you see Bruce is like making a tape of himself wearing that kid's skin, and he mentions like, he implies that he was abused as a kid and that like it just makes him feel like a kid. He's like stuck with a kid mindset. It's real fucked up.
And then it cuts to a local news report, and we learn that Tim has been framed and reported to be the murderer. I guess Bruce somehow set it up or like
Well, they're
called
like
it in
the killer is revealed to be Tim Kaplan,
Right.
who is thankfully dead. The last 2 victims of his haven't been found, so we're still looking for him. But Bruce here works for Tim.
Oh, they said the last 2 victims
Yeah.
weren't. Okay,
So
that
those
does
teens,
fix
yeah.
a plot hole
Uh-huh.
problem.
So I think they assumed that they killed him and then got away or something.
Okay.
But,
That does fix an issue I had where I was like, wait a minute, how would they? Okay.
yeah.
'Kay.
Yeah, they mentioned that. And then Bruce is interviewed and he's like, well, I'll carry on Kid Prince to help these kids. Like,
Yeah.
it's all very
Well,
dark.
he's doing that thing that serial killers do or like murderers do where they return to the crime scene and they're extra helpful.
Yeah.
That's a thing that
Yep.
cops or detectives look out for is someone being helpful. Like we see him, he's cleaning the shop and he's like, I'm going to continue doing Kid Prince.
And you see Tim's family getting hounded by
Yes.
reporters and the local community, like his little daughters and wife.
Yep.
It's a dark one, man.
It's so dark.
I like that it goes there.
I do too.
Like, I mostly enjoy the levity and especially the modern VHS movies. Like I've been saying, this one feels more like those first 2 films where it was meaner, had more of an edge to it. And I think a mix is nice. I like having one where it's balls to the wall, just fucking nasty, and that's what we're getting. It's a horror thing.
Yeah.
This is horror.
Yeah.
And I respect it for going there.
I like it. I can't say it's my favorite one.
No,
but
it's like I'm not eager to watch it again.
No, but I like it.
Yeah. Oh, Zorn won't take that one. He will refuse to. That might have to be a you one.
God damn it.
Or I could do it and you could do Home Haunt. The last segment.
Haunt. See, I was like, James is gonna call dibs on Home Haunt.
Well, you said you loved it.
I
so
do love
I like
Home
it too.
Haunt.
It starts with footage of a father and his young son building a home haunt.
Yes, this
They're
looks
super into it. The
like
son's a little
70s
hunchback.
footage,
Maybe 80s.
Yeah.
The son is like Igor, a little hunchback around.
Because
around.
they're
It's
kind
so
of like
cute.
Igor and Igor Jr. is their
Yeah.
characters. It's adorable. It's Dr. Mortis's House of Horrors.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can tell this is a home haunt that this dad and son are really into. It's a yearly thing, and
But
they
then
do
the
it
footage
together.
gets paused.
Yes.
And it turns out that this is old footage from like 10 years ago. And now the son is a teenager and he hates doing
He's
this.
not into it anymore.
He gets picked on at school for being Igor.
Yes.
And he's calling his dad by his first name and saying this is lame shit that he doesn't want to do anymore. This dad is real sad about
Seems
it.
like this home haunt's big enough and kind of famous locally enough to where everyone knows about it. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, this home haunt's why I don't have a girlfriend. And the kids at school make fun of me. And this scene is heartbreaking.
It's really sad.
It is.
Yeah. And Zoran mentioned this. He was like, this one made me so sad because I'm like worried that that'll happen to me one day, you know?
Yeah, it's
Every parent has
heartbreaking.
that
Yeah,
fear
for sure.
that their kid will grow out of them, especially during the teenage
Yeah.
years.
And I think there's kind of an off-screen moment where the mom, I think, talks to the son, is like, you're going to go with your dad to the thrift store and get stuff with him for this haunt, damn it.
Yeah.
You know,
The
you
mom-
know how much this means to your dad.
Mom played by Sarah Nicklin, who's actually a friend of ours. I think through Chrissy is
Mm-hmm. Yes.
how we met her, but she's in a bunch of like indie horror movies. She was in that Popeye the Slayer Man,
Yes.
which I never saw, but the trailer made me giggle.
So the dad and son go to a thrift store together, and they go to the dad goes to the staff only room because you know all the good stuff's in the staff only room at the thrift store. And not even a thrift store, it's like a vintage store.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff where it looks breakable.
He finds a vinyl, an album, an old record.
Yes.
That's like Halloween. By the way, Gressel, do you call them vinyls?
No. I mean, if I have to differentiate from like other media, but if I
Apparently-
say I'm buying a record, I say I'm
record.
buying a record.
Apparently, some people get very upset if you call them vinyls
Okay.
because that's not their name.
Oh God, don't police that shit.
Who gets upset?
People,
Boomers?
people,
Vinyl people,
dude, like audiophiles.
record collectors,
Yeah,
audiophiles,
yeah.
yeah.
They're like, that's not what that's the format, or that's the material it is. That's not the format. So I just wanted to see how into it you were, Gressel. But because I know most people
if I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna buy a record. Yeah.
Okay.
He finds one, and it's like a spooky Halloween thing with a bunch of dead kids on it on the cover.
Yeah, it looks like something that the Monster Mash would be on.
Yeah.
That kind of artwork.
It's like spooky songs for your Halloween party. So he steals it.
Yes.
Says he left some money on the counter for it, so he's not a bad guy, but he just wanted it.
He doesn't want to get yelled at for being in the staff-only room.
Mm-hmm. So they're opening the haunt for the neighborhood. In line is fucking Rick Baker. Legendary Oscar-winning makeup effects artist Rick Baker, who is playing curmudgeon neighbor who says all this shit inside their houses always looks fake.
It's so funny. Rick Baker coming to your home haunt to be like, this shit looks like ass. That's so funny. That's like the funniest character to cast him as.
His name is Rich, too.
It's so good.
It's so funny.
So good.
And he's so good at just being an asshole. I love it. I would love to talk to them about how they did this, because this was by Micheline.
Yeah, Micheline Pitt.
And R.H. Norman. Yes, Micheline. They're a married couple who made this.
Love it.
Love it.
They like to make scares together.
Yeah.
Yes. The dad lets in the first group of people into the home haunt, including, so we've got like a little girl dressed as a ballerina. We've got a couple cute girls from school that the son wants to impress and who don't seem that into him.
One of them kind of does.
Like it'd be a thing where if this was a romantic comedy, maybe he'd get the girl by the end kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Rick Baker and his wife also come in, and he is just insulting every decoration along
He's
the
just
way.
negging this whole haunt.
So funny. So they enter this first room, and they start playing this vinyl, which did have a warning on the back. So I forget what it said.
Oh, I didn't catch the warning.
There's like a warning on the back. It was like warning to the listener. And so they put the vinyl on, and I forget what
things start moving.
Things are moving.
And then
things are shaking.
record catches on fire.
It catches on fire. It goes up in flames as things are flying off the shelves. And then the door to the next room kind of swings open. And I like that still Rick Baker's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, but he's the first one to get killed because like there are a bunch of sheet ghosts everywhere.
I love this.
And one of the sheet ghosts goes over Rick Baker and then contracts, and blood comes out of the eye and mouth holes.
The little eye holes in the mouth hole, which is I love this effect so much. I love the killer sheet ghosts.
Yeah, they're all swooping around.
Yeah.
Attacking
in the
people.
second room.
So that forces them to move on to another room where it's like the crypt. And there's a bunch of tombs and coffins in there, and then zombies start climbing out, and they grab this one kid, I think it's Rick Baker's kid, dressed as a bumblebee.
Little bumblebee.
They tear this little bumblebee kid apart, dude.
Yep.
Limb from limb.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yes. They end up there's like a torture chamber where they have kind of your classic medieval headsman looking guy with an axe.
Oh, like pick 3, my lord.
Yeah,
that guy.
yeah, like that dude from Shrek.
Oh, and this is when we get the line from the son being like, I have to keep recording because if we don't make it, people will blame you if I don't show them the truth. So quick little line.
Yeah, which
there.
you know what? That is fair. That is fair.
Yeah, we just saw it happen with Tim Kaplan.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't want to get blamed.
Our Tim, editor Tim. I was like, what happened?
Dude, editor Tim, he's not going to make
he
it
was
to
like,
the meeting
he made
tomorrow.
a haunted house and people died in it. What?
Yeah, the executor, he splits open Rick Baker's wife.
Yes,
with an
this is
axe,
gnarly.
cuts it right in half. Oh, it's awesome.
Yes, the girl dressed as the cheerleader ends up in the electric chair.
Oh, but the Sarah, the wife, kills the executor guy. She kicks ass in this.
She does.
She gets to swing that axe and I think cut his head off, and she's like fighting a witch later on.
Yep.
Yeah, she kicks some ass. It's cool.
Yeah. I like too that the son, I forget where it is. I think it's around here. He does have kind of his moment where I think he's protecting the little girl, and it's like a nice shot of him, and it's really sweet.
The dad too is like, we can go back and save them. Like they're very well-meaning.
They're really sweet characters.
People.
Yeah. Yeah. But the last room is the witch cottage. And I love that you can tell the son is terrified of the witch. He's like, I don't want to go in there because she's in there.
Oh, yeah.
Like the witch freaks him out specifically.
Yeah, because it's like this record brought all their home haunt decorations to life.
All the
which is
decorations
great.
come to life. So they know what's going to be in each room because it's just all of their decorations.
Uh-huh.
And that little girl is just kind of entranced and walks right into the witch's cottage.
And it's classic green witch, Wicked Witch style.
Yep.
She's got a fucking, cauldron that she puts the little girl in. She bites her
She's
finger
eating her
off.
hand, and then the little girl gets melted into a skeleton.
Yeah, she gets boiled alive in that cauldron.
Yeah, so we just see the skeleton, but she's still got her little tiara on.
Yeah. Sarah fights the witch and like dunks her head into the cauldron.
Yep.
And they're able to get out of there, but the witch wasn't defeated. She flies out on a broom.
She flies out of the haunted house and goes fucking apeshit on this neighborhood. It's like a POV.
Yeah, like the camera winds up on her somehow.
The witch.
And so it's like witch cam. It's like on the broom handle.
Yeah.
And
she's flying through this neighborhood, just fucking.
She grabs one little girl's head and just rips it off.
Yeah.
And then impales another little kid through the chest with her witch, the broom handle.
It's so
and then flies
cool.
into the air with this kid like attached to it. Like, ah.
It's so sick. I love it. I love POV witch cam. Great.
Then the camera falls from her broom to the ground.
Lands in front of the home haunt. Mm-hmm. And the whole time we see the outside of this home haunt, it's shown many, many times. It's like a big, it's almost like a big fun house where like the entrance of it is this big like face. It's like a big
You go in through the mouth.
You go in through the mouth
Their
of this
eyes.
thing. It's like a green kind of monster thing. And the very, very end of this short, and I love this, is one of the hands of the house starts moving.
I think the eyes are moving.
And and then it ends.
Then it ends. It leaves you wanting so much more, dude.
So great. I love just that little taste of the house itself.
It's a very cabin in the woods kind of ending where it's like a bigger thing is about to happen too.
Yeah.
Loved it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
just that little tease is perfect.
Yeah, that's VHS Halloween. Very festive. Very much.
Very festive, but it's so weird for something that feels so festive. I wouldn't recommend it lightly because it's so gory and so dark.
Yeah, a lot of it's dark.
Yeah.
So it's not like Trick or Treat where it's like put it on and have a good
Trick or Treat's
time.
more fun.
Even though Trick or Treat's kind of dark.
Trick or Treat's also very dark. There's some kid deaths in that too.
Yeah, but there's more of a fun. Nothing like Kid Print is in Trick or Treat.
Yeah, not quite.
But I really enjoyed this. I love that we're getting these so frequently. They're just a good showcase for up and coming new filmmakers. Give them a chance to like show off their work, maybe get discovered, maybe lead to bigger deal, and like that's awesome.
Yeah, I love these
because like you had Paco Plaza and Casper Kelly, but like I think the other filmmakers were mostly indie films or nothing giant.
It's both a cool way to like see up and coming filmmakers, but also established filmmakers like Apaco Plaza. It could also be a cool way to use ideas that it's like, man, this wouldn't necessarily work as a feature.
And like when Derrickson did his, it was like, oh, I don't have to operate in the studio confines anymore. I can do like something that feels more like when I first started making movies, which is nice. Yeah.
Well, cool. That's VHS Halloween.
Yeah, that's available to watch on Shudder, so go ahead and go do that.
Yes.
Is this the last episode of October because of how this shook out?
I don't know.
I think it is, because this is coming out on the 22nd of October. And we weren't able to do the weekly podcasts this October, but we gave them to you all summer with Hot Sauce Summer.
Yes.
So that was how we did that. Not sure what the next podcast will be, but
no, we're filming this one kind of far in advance, so
unless something's gone wrong, you should have the Sinner's Kill count to look forward to in a couple of days on the 24th. Again, we're filming this early, so hopefully nothing's gone wrong, as it can and sometimes does. But I think we're on track for that.
Well, great. Until next time, I'm Chelsea.
I'm James.
And that's Gressel.
Thanks, buddy.
And have a happy and safe Halloween. This has been the the Dead Meat Podcast.